Gentlemen, the first official College Football 26 trailer just dropped. Now, it's going to be some obvious things in this trailer that you guys already done seen, but we also going to go over the final details that EA dropped on the website. With that being said, there's going to be an awful lot of College Football 26 news dropping pretty soon, and you guys don't want to miss it. And also, in honor of this trailer dropping, we are giving away one copy of College Football 26 this year. Just all you gotta do to enter the contest is just like, subscribe. Now, the first thing you're gonna notice when the trailer begins is all the new immersive intros to every game. We got drones in the sky for the home team, and this also goes into the new home field advantage 2.0 system that EA has put in the game, which says right here, experience enhanced stadium pulse effects, including a more intense camera shake, new heads-up display visuals, and clock distortion that simulates the high pressure playing as a visitor in hostile territory. Rivalry games, the college football playoff, and other high-stake matchups are now even more affected by stadium pulse. When you're on the road, use your confidence and composure to help counteract the rattling environment. So it looks like EA is making this a more in-depth home field advantage than it ever was in 25, which is a huge plus. And then after that, there's a familiar song that starts to play in the trailer. That is truly cool, because Enter the Sandman is loved by many college students and fans. This wasn't in 25, but they say right here in the blog, Next Level Game Day. Feel the stadium shake as you discover more of your school's unique pageantry, traditions, and sounds. With new PA tracks, including Metallica's Enter the Sandman, 160 new school-specific chants, new mascots, and band music. We know how much people love drum lines from the menu last year. We are going to change it up for College Football 26. We're bringing new marching band covers of popular songs to our menus for players to enjoy, as well as fight songs from schools around the country. Learn more about this in our presentation Deep Dive Campus Huddle article coming later this summer. So it sounds like not just Enter the Sandman, but tons of other songs will get in the game this year. And even with all that, we also see coaches that get to walk out in the stadium with their players this year. There's over 300 new coaches in the game this year. That's crazy, because obviously we ain't getting no coaches last year. But now it sounds like they have NIL deals with a lot of these coaches. 300 is a lot. That's crazy, bro, because we ain't getting no coaches last year. That's insane. But I want to know if they're going to give us like 300 new schools, or if they just going to give us like offensive coordinators and defensive coordinators. In 25, we ain't getting no coaches, bro. 134 teams, no coaches, bro. I ain't even get to play with Coach Prime. They told me bust down my AP. Perfect timing. Nah, but in this blog right here, they say suit up for Dan Lanning, compete against Kirby Smart, recruit as or against James Franklin, go toe-to-toe with current coaches who bring distinctive play styles to that field, strategize like they would with their unique playbooks for a more authentic coaching experience. Now we see a rumored feature that we see in the trailer, a return feature that was in the old days, high school play for Road to Glory, where you can now start in your senior season, try to become a 5-star recruit, getting offers from colleges, and choosing which one you want to commit to. Now, my personal favorite thing that I'm most hyped about this year is the Road to Glory high school feature. We didn't get to play high school since about 2014, so it's been like a little bit over 12 years. But my personal favorite NCAA is 2013 with RG3 on there. My favorite mode to play on that one was the Heisman Challenge. They had everybody on there because you had RG3, Barry Sanders, Herschel Walker. If you had the pre-order, you had Tim Tebow and Mark Ingram. I wasn't rich back then, bro. I didn't have that like that. Now, I don't know if they got it in the game this year, but hopefully they do bring it back next year or something, the Heisman Challenge, because I would be on that. Continuing in the trailer, we see the walkouts for the high school games. Looks like we're getting the same hype level, but obviously on a smaller scale. Regardless, EA is integrating a lot of different types of detail. Lastly, we see signing day for recruits. 3 hats, obviously, Oregon, Virginia Tech, and LSU. I want to know if we going to get like a scene with our friends or family at a signing day, mom and dad wearing 2 different schools, and you choose a totally different school. That'd be crazy. Next, we got another look at the new intros and lighting features. These intros are LSU and North Carolina, obviously. And then we get our first peek at the new Rose Bowl trophy, getting more hype for the big games and the playoffs this year. Then we see more walkouts for teams, and they also showed us a crowd that is way more invested than we've seen before. And they all take a part in celebrations, obviously with the home team crowd, and we have some more walkouts, some more intros for schools like we had in 25. But I expect a lot more game day feel since, EA had another year under their belt to make this game. And we get some more looks at the coaches walking out with their teams, some more intros with drones and pyro for a few colleges before we start getting into more intros. And finally, our first look at gameplay. A huge thing I'm noticing is all the mascots and everything. I don't know, but I hope they also throw a mascot mode. As Fedor Sanders would say, that's legendary. We then get our first look of gameplay as quarterback Bryce Underwood breaking out of the sack in the pocket, throwing the ball on a run. Small detail, EA shows it's a Nike ball. In 25, we had different types of footballs and everything. And types of gear, we gonna see different brands of shoes, visors, gloves, everything like that, but just at a bigger extent. Even here, we can see different stuff on linemen, receivers, and QBs, and they all have different customizable gear. I would like to see more because who doesn't like to have their own swag? Whether it's linemen, quarterbacks, running backs, everyone likes to customize, and hopefully they let us do that and give us more stuff like that in 26 that we didn't have in 25. The break sack here from Underwood was a sick animation, and that goes to show that EA is going to put more and more animations in the game every single year. We had thousands in 25. I expect thousands more this year as well. Speaking of which, that catch and dive in the end zone animation by Jacoby Lane was new. I never seen that in 25. If you did have a catch animation in 25 like this, just comment down below that you did, because I don't know, this do seem new to me. After that, we see tons of new intros, running animations, trucking, tackling animations. This also goes into the new wear and tear everywhere system that they talk about in the blog. It says, the advanced wear and tear system delivers more realism and is now fully customizable to fit your playstyle. Manage fatigue strategically and save your favorite playmakers for key moments with dynamic substitutions that allow you to rotate players in and out on the fly, no pause screen needed. Personally for me, I like the wear and tear. It made the simulation more realistic. I like the system, but my players stayed in red or they was always in orange. I would sub out with the right analog stick when I was picking the play, but if they got hurt, obviously I would pause and rotate the roster. It was key moments in the game where, man, I needed my right hand man, my wide receiver was hurt, and I lost the game. One animation that I would like to see is players going to the blue tent if they got hurt severely, but that's just my personal take. Next, we see turnover celebrations with teams like Rice, Georgia, Arizona. EA is showing we're going to get more and more of these on-field and off-field interactions with our players this year. We also see some more gameplay, Arch Manning walking out onto the field, a motion play here that turns into a screen pass. I ran the Tennessee playbook a lot in 25, but this also helps us go into it. And over 300 real-world coaches with true-to-life schemes. This is our most authentic college football experience yet. Stay tuned for our game day deep dive to learn more. So we're going to be learning more about gameplay, but just plays like that just shows there's going to be a ton of new plays that are going to be utilized by us in the game. Whether that'll be online, Dynasty, Road to Glory, it's going to be really insane how many new plays we're going to have in the game this year. And as it was talked about a few times in this trailer, we do get to see the new look as a new stadium post, which is going to be way more intense than it was at 25. They talk about in the blog when you're on the away territory, and it's even more crazy when you're in the playoffs as the away team. As we see an interception thrown here by the opposing team in the Oregon territory. They show us new turnover celebration right there. Then we get to see two new coaches meet in the middle of the field after a tough game. 26 is going to be a lot more immersive than years past. After that, we get to see the cover athletes Ryan Williams and Jeremiah Smith for College Football 26 show off the new catch animations and route running animations. Smith head taps his matchup. Williams gets his insane end zone catch, contorting his body for the touchdown. Earlier in the blog, they did mention thousands of new plays, but just with those few that we've seen, these are insanely hype. And then the trailer ends. But with one of the things, the EATs right here is the trophy being hoisted, and with that announced in the blog, the trophy case will be returning, and it says, "Show off your championship. We heard your feedback, and thanks to you, Trophy Room is back. Now is your chance to show off to your friends and rivals how successful you really are. There will be multiple ways for you to earn different kinds of trophies. Coach and manage your program in Dynasty. Focus on your journey as a college football legend and road to glory. Dominate online in the road to college football playoffs, and compete in classic rivalry games and play now." Now guys, tell me in the comments if there was anything I missed. I'm sure I did. I just want to go over the stuff you may not notice, or just go over the basics, go over the blogs. If you guys enjoyed this, be sure to subscribe, turn on the notifications. We're going to have a lot of more videos coming out. More importantly, College Football 26 Road to Glory videos and Dynasty mode. Comment what teams I need to be playing with. Again, I'm giving away a copy of this game anyways. Enjoy the rest of your day, you guys. I love you all. Till next time. Peace.